Hello, the purpose of this video is to go over how to create an automated action that will add a certain amount of days, in this case, to a date field so we can have that automatically update on a certain trigger. So to start this, we're going to want a few more options in our technical settings that we can easily access. So I'm going to activate developer mode. So I'm going to click on our settings app, and I'm going to scroll down and click activate the developer mode. We'll give us a little refresh, and we can go ahead and exit out. We see that we've got our little developer mode icon up here, and so now we're ready to begin. I'm just going to make a custom field in the sales app so we can easily reference it. I'm just going to create a quick sale order just so we know what record we're on. We're on 70. And we've got date fields here, but I'm going to go into Studio right up here and create one. So I'm going to select date time and just drag that over. I'm just going to rename it to test date. Once that updates, we can see that we've got our name for it. We can change our date format if we wanted to. I'm just going to leave it alone. You can show the time, you can show the seconds, and toggle those on and off. We're just going to leave it alone, and we're going to close this out and take a look at it. So we'll have to set our date, and so let's say that we just have it set for the 12th. So we've got that. And in case we forget what we named our field, we can hover over it in developer mode and on our little question mark. We can see our label is test date, and then we've got our field name, x_studio_test_date. So now we're ready to create our action. I'm going to go and we can access it in Studio again with our GUI tool and click on Automations and access it there. Another way that we can access our automated actions is closing this out. And if we're on our home screen, we can type in automation rules and we can enter it that way. There's one automation rule, or if we're in our settings, we can click on our technical menu and scroll down and find our automations in here. So the same place, we will see that since we didn't enter it in Studio on the sale order, we don't really have it filtered to our sale order automations. But we'll click New, and we'll do set test date as the name. And again, we were on our sale order, so we'll go select the appropriate model. For the trigger, I'm just going to do on create an edit. When updating, we'll just pick a field. This will be the time where we select our before domains or after domains. What is going to trigger it? We're going to leave this basic, and we'll be creating contextual action later, so we can just do it via our cog icon. So now we have to create our action. We'll do set date, and type, we're going to do update record. If we left it on this update option here and selected our test date, we could set it to a specific date, but that's not going to be flexible enough to just add 7 days. So I'm going to go and add compute. And from there, we're going to define our little Python expression. Since we're operating on one record, I'm going to do record dot. So we defined our record. Now I want to find the date that we're basing it off of. So we're going to do our same studio field, and that was x_studio_test_date. So we've defined our record the field that we're going to base this field off of. In this instance, it's the exact same one. And then we're going to be adding 7 days, so we'll do our addition symbol, and then we need our method to call. So we're working on the date time field, so we'll do date time to find that. And then we're going to do our change in date. We're adding, and then we're going to do our date change, so our time delta, and then we're going to do days equals 7. We're extending it by 7 days. And now we just have to save and close this. So now we can have that action ready to go based on our trigger. And like I said, we're just going to set up as a contextual action. Do a quick manual save for posterity. Let's go back to our home screen. So to create a contextual action, which makes it show up in our little cog menu, I'm going to type server actions to pull up that menu. You can see it's in technical action server. And let's close our filter. And remember, we named that one that we created test date, or set date rather. So now we can click into it. And we've got a nice button right here to create the contextual action. Go ahead and save that. And I'm just going to hit refresh real quick just to make sure that it updates our browser cache, so we'll have that button. Now if I go into sales, we were on sale order 70, and we set it for February 12th. Now in our cog menu right here, at the bottom we've got our brand new set date option. So if I click that, it's now changed to February 19th. And we can repeat that again. We can do it from the 20th. And we can do set date. We can do it again. Another 7 days, March 6th. So that's a quick way that we can have that field automatically update. Possible use case, maybe if you send a reminder to a client, we could have that update that field. So in 7 days, it'll send again based on that date field, and we'll be able to have that automated for our users. Thank you.